Hello friends, welcome to Global Online. Friends, in this video we are going to discuss some important MCQs on current affairs for your upcoming UGC NET 2023. So if you are preparing for UGC NET 2023 for paper 1 preparation, you need to go through the current affairs MCQs. As you all know, there will be 10 units in paper 1. So you need to focus on the MCQs on current affairs also. Units like ICT, people and environment and higher education system will carry current affairs MCQs. So friends, and also Global Online has come up with quick revision PDF for your paper 1 preparation. In this revision PDF, you will get 2000 plus MCQs, updated MCQs on current affairs, short notes and previous year questions, and also most repeated questions are also covered in this. And this is available only at rupees 699. This is one time payment. If you want to join this quick revision PDF, you can contact these numbers. The numbers are displayed on the screen. And the Global Online is also providing courses for paper to all the subjects. If you want to join, you can contact these numbers. And friends, now let us move to the questions. Here the first question is, what is the full form of FYUP that was released recently by the University Grant Commission? Yes, the UGC has released FYUP recently. What is the full form of this FYUP? Option A, foreign year under program. Option B, 4-year undergraduate program. Option C, 4-year universal program. Option D, 4-year undergraduate performance. Yes, when it comes to FYUP, it stands for 4-year undergraduate program. So option B is the right answer. Very easy question. 4-year undergraduate program was released recently by the University Grant Commission. This new framework is in line with the new education policy, that is NEP 2020, and it has recommended 4-year undergraduate degrees with multiple entry and exit. Means you can enter, and also after one completion of 1 year you can exit from the degree, and again you can enter whenever you want. So in this way, for every year the different certificate will be issued to you. So this is about NEP 2020 4-year undergraduate program. This is called FYUP. This is released by the UGC. Now let us move to the question number 2. Which institution released a report titled Carbon Capture, Utilization and Storage Policy Framework? Option A, ISRO. Option B, DRDO. Option C, Niti Aayog. Option D, Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. Friends, very important question from the unit People, Development and Environment. And here the right answer will be option C, Niti Aayog is the right answer. Yes, please remember, these questions are very helpful from the unit People and Environment. Every year we get many current affairs questions related to people, development and environment. So here the right answer will be option C, Niti Aayog. So Niti Aayog released a study report which is titled as Carbon Capture, Utilization and Storage Policy Framework and its deployment mechanism in India. And this report is going to explore the importance of carbon capture, utilization and also storage as an emission reduction strategy. And then here the main aim is to achieve the decarbonization, and this report is going to outline broad level policy interventions needed across various sectors for its application. So this is about the report Carbon Capture, Utilization and Storage Policy Framework. Now let us move to the question number 3. On which International Day for Biological Diversity 2022 was celebrated? So when we are going to celebrate the International Day for Biological Diversity? Option A, 22 May 2022. Option B, 22 June 2022. Option C, 15 December 2022. Option D, 22 August 2022. So we celebrated International Day for Biological Diversity on 22nd May 2022. So option A is the right answer. So the United Nations has proclaimed May 22 the International Day for Biological Diversity. So here the main aim of this celebrating the International Day for Biological Diversity is to increase the understanding and awareness of the biodiversity issues. And in 2022 he celebrated International Day for Biological Diversity on May 22nd. And the theme of 2022 was building a shared future for all life. So a very important question, you must remember this. The aim of 2022 International Day for Biological Diversity was building a shared future for all life. Now let us move to the question number 4. The Ratle hydroelectric project is being constructed in which state or union territory? Option A Arunachal Pradesh, option B Jammu and Kashmir, option C Sikkim, option D Assam. Yes, here the right answer is option B Jammu and Kashmir. Yes, the Ratle hydroelectric project. It is a project under construction on Chenab River in Union Territory of Jammu Kashmir. In 2021, the Union Cabinet gave its approval for the investment of rupees 5281.94 crore for 850 megawatt for Ratle hydroelectric project. Question number 5. Which public sector unit has partnered with GE Gas Power to demonstrate hydrogen co-firing blended with natural gas? Option A ONGC, option B GAIL, option C NTPC, option D BPCL. Yes, here the right answer is option C NTPC is the right answer. Yes, NTPC and GE Gas Power signed Memorandum of Understanding for feasibility to demonstrate hydrogen co-firing blended with natural gas. The demonstration will be undertaken in GE's 9E gas turbines installed at NTPC's Kawat combined cycle gas power plant in Gujarat. Yes, please remember the two companies will jointly explore the pathways to reduce CO2 emissions. Question number 6. Which state or union territory announced its mental health and social care policy? Option A Telangana, option B Meghalaya, option C Odisha, option D Punjab. Yes, here the right answer will be option B Meghalaya is the right answer. Yes, on the World Mental Health Day, Meghalaya announced the state draft mental health policy named Meghalaya Mental Health and Social Care Policy. And this is the first of its kind draft in the state, and it will focus on holistic promotion of mental health. The main objective of this policy is to provide universal access to mental health care by enhancing understanding of mental health. Question number 7. What is the theme of the World Food Day 2022? Option A Food and Nutrition, option B Leave No One Behind, option C Sustainable Food Options, option D Food and Coexistence. Yes, here the theme of World Food Day 2022 was Leave No One Behind. Yes, here the right answer will be option B. World Food Day, it is observed annually on 16 October to highlight the need for regular access to nutritious food. The day is led by the Food and Agriculture Organization. Yes, this you must remember. The World Food Day, it is led by Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO. And the theme of 2022 was Leave No One Behind. Question number 8. As per the Climate Transparency Report 2022, which country was the most affected by income losses from heat-related labor capacity reduction? Option A Indonesia, option B Saudi Arabia, option C India, option D UAE. Yes, here the right answer is option C India is the correct answer. Yes, the Climate Transparency Report 2022 was released by a partnership of climate analysis organizations in G20 countries. And as per the report, countries most affected by income losses in these sectors were India, that is 5.4% of GDP, then comes Indonesia, that is 1.6% of GDP, then Saudi Arabia 1% of GDP. Question number 9. Which institution released the World Energy Outlook report? Option A WEF, option B IEA, option C IMF, option D UNEP. Yes, the World Energy Outlook report, it is released by IEA. Option B is the right answer. IEA stands for International Energy Agency. The World Energy Outlook Report 2022, it was released by International Energy Agency. As per this report, India's energy requirements are increasing and will peak in the coming decade. Question number 10. India recently signed a MOU with which country on biodiversity conservation? Option A Japan, option B Nepal, option C Sri Lanka, option D Australia. Yes, here the right answer will be option B Nepal. Yes, India recently signed an MOU with Nepal on biodiversity conservation. So India has recently approved an MOU with the government of Nepal on biodiversity conservation as proposed by the Ministry of Environment. The MOU aims to strengthen cooperation in the field of forest, biodiversity conservation and also climate change. Question number 11. What is the name of the hydrogen that is produced from a carbon pre-nuclear power? Option A green hydrogen, option B white hydrogen, option C pink hydrogen, option D orange hydrogen. Yes, here the right answer is option C pink hydrogen is the right answer. This pink hydrogen, it is produced from carbon pre-nuclear power. The carbon pre-hydrogen produced from a carbon pre-nuclear power, it is referred as pink hydrogen. Yes, please remember, very important questions from the unit people and environment. And pink hydrogen can also be manufactured via electrolysis, where the electricity is supplied by nuclear power plants, and the manufactured green hydrogen where electrolyzers are supplied by and electricity is supplied by a wind or solar farm. So this information you must remember related to pink hydrogen. Question number 12. Shunya campaign, which was seen in the news, is aimed at which process? Option A reduce air pollution by banning crackers, option B reduce air pollution by using EVs, option C promote rainwater harvesting, option D promote afforestation. Yes, here the right answer is option B reduce air pollution by using EVs. Yes, Shunya, it is an awareness campaign to reduce air pollution by promoting the use of electrical vehicles. Yes, during the event, the National Program on Advanced Chemistry Cell Energy Storage Report was also launched. Question number 13. When is the International Day for the Preservation of Ozone Layer? Option A September 10, option B September 12, option C September 14, option D September 16. So the International Day for the Preservation of Ozone Layer, it is celebrated on September 16. Yes, World Ozone Day or International Day for the Preservation of the Ozone Layer, it is celebrated every year on 16 September. The day is observed to create awareness about the harmful effects of ozone layer depletion. This year the theme was Global Cooperation to Protect Life on Earth. The first ever Ozone Day was celebrated on 16 September 1995. Question number 14. Which union ministry awards the National Service Scheme Award? Option A Ministry of Defense, option B Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, option C Ministry of Education, option D Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. Yes, here the right answer is option B Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports. Yes, President Draupadi Murmu conferred the National Service Scheme NSS Award for the year 2020-21 at Rashtrapati Bhavan. The Department of Youth Affairs of the Ministry of Youth, the Department of Youth Affairs of the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports confers every year the National Service Scheme Award. A total 42 awards were given to 2 universities, 10 NSS units, their program officers, and also 30 NSS volunteers. Question number 15. In which state world's largest floating solar power plant is said to be built? Option A Rajasthan, option B Madhya Pradesh, option C Gujarat, option D Bihar. Yes, here the right answer is option B Madhya Pradesh. World largest floating solar power plant is set up in Madhya Pradesh. As per the recent announcement of Renewable Energy Ministry, world's largest floating solar power plant is going to be built in Madhya Pradesh. The plant is expected to generate 600 megawatt power by 2022-23 and estimated to be the worth over 3000 crores. And at present, India's largest floating solar power plant is operational at Ramagundam in Telangana, and it is operating by NTPC. Okay friends, this is about our today's session, and if you want to join our quick revision PDF for paper 1 UGC NET 2023, in this PDF you will get 2000 plus updated MCQs on current affairs. You will receive short notes on all the units, previous year questions, which includes most repeated questions. To join for this cash course, you can contact these numbers. The numbers are displayed on the screen. The fees is very minimum here, because only at rupees 699 you are going to get 2000 plus updated current affairs MCQs and short notes and PYQs. So this is very helpful in order to crack assistant professor examination and also JRF. And also depends on the subjects paper for paper 2, management, economics, computer science, commerce, history, sociology, psychology, Hindi, public administration, environmental science, law, English literature, physical education, geography, political science, social work, education, library science, philosophy, Marathi, and also electronic science. On all these subjects we are having study material. You will get notes plus MCQs. So if you want to join this paper 2 or paper 1 course, you can contact these numbers. Yes, you can send a WhatsApp message to these numbers. Yes, I wish all the best to all. Thank you for watching.